We've all heard that saying, trend is your friend. But do you have a system which helps you identify it and get in and out of the market? If not, this video right here is for you, because not only have I developed that system, I've put it all into one indicator and I've made it completely free. Yeah, that's right, free, so that you can get it right now on TradingView and start using it for edge in your trades. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So let's get into it. Now, to get this indicator, all you need to do is fill out the form down below. All I need is your name, your email, and your TradingView username to grant you access for free for life. It's that simple. Once you have filled out the form, you will get an email from me with free access to this indicator. And then all you have to do is click the link and then add it to your charts, which means coming down into indicators, and all you're going to look for is right here, EMA Trend Friend Pro. You can see it's currently locked. You click that and it will fit straight on your charts and look a little something like this. Now, the first thing I like to do is customize it for me personally. So I come into the settings and you can see the fast EMA is the 21 and the slow is the 200. Now, anyone who watched my video on trading the 5-minute EMA or trading multi-timeframe EMAs, this indicator is going to be super helpful for you. So you can see right here, we have show EMAs, so you can toggle these on and off. Show candle colors. This will overwrite your candles based on whether the order flow is above or below an EMA cross. Show the EMA signals and use ATR as a filter. Now, personally, I don't like using ATR as a filter. I want to see every single candle structure in there. But if you're someone that likes to use an ATR as a filter to see where volume is stepping in the market, it's a great little tool for you. We come down here. I like to use inside bars. So I change all of these straight away. So I want my inside bars as white. I want my bullish bars as bright blue, my bearish bars as pink, and we're going to leave the neutral bars as gray. I will tell you what those are very shortly. Here you see a 2-leg pullback, all right? So this is looking for pullback pivots, and it will show you the amount of pullbacks by looking left. So I have my bullish pullbacks set to green and my bearish pullbacks set to purple. Now, these will only print when they are in line with order flow. I will, again, explain what that means shortly. My 21 EMA, I like to set as blue. My 200 EMA as yellow. My EMA up cross green, that's perfectly fine. And down cross, let's just move that to red. And then show multi-time frame trend box. You can see this in the top right-hand side, okay? This is showing you the multi-time frame trends based on the 21 and 200 EMA and price action. Again, I'm going to go over that in this video. You can change the opacity of that if that's a bit too high up for you and you don't like it so garish, but for me, it's exactly what I like. And then it should look something like this. Now you'll notice when I click off the chart like this or somewhere else on the chart, not on the indicator, it's printing just the normal indicator. But when I hover over one of the EMAs, it will show me the repaint. Now, if you want that repaint to always exist on your charts, there's two ways of doing it. The first way is to change your candle type to a line bar. Now you're just going to see a line bar within the repaint. If you don't like using a line bar and you like candles, but you want those candles to disappear, you can right click, come to settings right here and take all these bodies and borders opacity down to 0. And once you've done that, all you're ever going to see is the repaint bars based on the rules of this indicator. And there you go, have it like this. So let me explain this indicator. How does it work? Well, very simply, we've got the blue line, which is the 21 EMA, and the yellow line here on my screen is the 200 EMA. And within that, we've got price action. Now, currently, I'm on a 3-minute chart. This will change no matter what you're on. The EMAs will change based on the chart you're on. So those who trade flow zones with me, this is not like using the lower time frame and higher time frame algos, which are set. This will depend on what time frame you are on. So how do we use it? Well, very simply, trend is your friend, isn't it? So when we are in bullish order flow based on what we're looking at, we are looking for moments in time where we have very simple EMA crosses. So let's just say right here, we have the 21 EMA holding price above the 200 EMA. When that is in place, it means I'm only looking for bullish moves. Now, we always obey structure. We do not throw all of our learnings out the window, but it means that when we see this, we're not looking for bearish moves. We're looking for bullish moves, which is what we get in this price action. Now, the strong blue candles are indicating that. They're indicating that price is moving upwards. So you shouldn't be trying to guess a top. If you're the type of person that guesses tops and bottoms, this indicator is going to really help you, because all the time you're seeing blue, you should be playing for bullish action. Now, how can we then get involved? We're looking for pullbacks. How do we identify these pullbacks? Here are the inside bars, all right? These white bars, as I've got them set, are inside bars. So how could we trade that? Very simply, you could be trading long positions for a break above an inside bar with your stop below that inside bar low, and you're trading up to the last known level of liquidity right here, okay? And you can get the same thing presenting over and over again. It doesn't matter what time frame you're on, you're looking for the same kind of thing. So a break above the top of the inside bar, risking the bottom of the inside bar, looking for the last level of liquidity. Now, obviously on a smaller time frame, you are sort of in more of a scalp mode, but sometimes you will get very, very strong trends develop. What are the gray bars, you might ask? Well, they are when price comes between, all right, the 21 EMA and the 200. So if we're in a bullish cross, remember we've got a green signal right here showing the 21 crossing the 200. We're looking for bullish price action. When we come gray, it means we are in neutral price action. Neutral price action is when the EMAs are bullish, all right, you can see the cross, but price is stuck between the two EMAs, all right? This is a pullback between the two EMAs. Now, if you're a mean reversion trader, right, it might be that these offers some scalps for a pullback into a key level, into liquidity. But for those playing pro trend, what does this mean? It's a leave alone, all right? This is when you leave price alone because it's coming back under the 21 EMA. It's showing signs of weakness. Once we reclaim the 21 EMA, you can think about long positions back up to liquidity, or you can think about the inside bar type of play. Again, just playing momentum to the upside. When we get a cross to the downside, it will signal with, again, a red triangle instead of a green triangle, a red triangle. From this point on, what are you looking for? You're looking for pullbacks to play downside pressure. Again, we're always thinking about structure. Are there areas of liquidity that we can tag into where we're going to take profit? And you're looking for pullbacks, just like we have here multiple times. Let's just get our short position out. All right, pullbacks here, risking the top of here, looking for expansion lower, and you would have hit TP again. And it gives you multiple opportunities. Another pullback inside bar. Time and time again, you're looking for pullbacks into and around the 21, where it gets stuck at the 200 for a collapse down. Pullbacks, 1, 2, collapse down, inside bar, collapse down, all right? You get the point, all right? These are going to make it really, really easy for you to see trend and see potential pullbacks. In this session right here, today, I was actually looking for longs under here based on a bear trap, which we talked about in the weekly newsletter. But once we get through that, what are we looking for? Here is your inside bar. We're waiting for a break above it. What do we get right here? Here's your break. So if you are willing to have a big enough stop, right, this was allowing you to play a long here, risking the lows down here for a big expansion higher. Now, if you weren't willing to take that, then you can just wait, can't you? If you're playing momentum, you wait. Here's your cross, green arrow. Now we're thinking bullish, right? There's your confirmation for someone playing momentum, thinking bullish. Here's your inside bar. Here's your risk underneath. Where are we looking for? Expansion higher, and you get an amazing run here. If we look left, we can target some of these liquidity levels, and we traded this live today on stream completely for free. Exactly this setup using flow zones. And it gives you multiple attempts. One here, another attempt here, multiple attempts up here before we go back into neutral zone. All right, if we're playing pro trend, we're not touching this because we're building liquidity between the 21 and the 200. You can wait for strength to come back in before we go higher. Now that we've gone over bearish setups and bullish setups, what else do we have in here? The next thing we have are these two legs. Now, purple dots are going to represent two leg pullbacks, 1, 2, for potential bearish breakdowns. And green dots are going to represent bullish two-leg pullbacks. So right here, we have a 21 EMA cross the 200 EMA. We have inside bars. We're looking for bullish order flow higher. But right here, okay, 1, 2, there's your two-leg. There's your inside bar. Here's the 21 EMA. perfect buying opportunity to go higher. Okay, so this indicator here should make it really easy for you to identify what? To identify trend on the screen, to identify two-leg pullbacks, to identify inside bars. But more than that, it shows you multi-time frame order flow. So if we look up here in the top right, you will see the time frame here. M15, M30, H1, H4, daily and weekly. Currently, they are all bullish. What does that mean? That means that on every single time frame here, we have the 21 above the 200 EMA, and we also have price above that 21 EMA. So if we flick over now to the M15, you will see that price is above the 21 EMA, which is above the 200. If we go to the M30, the same thing. Price is above the 21 EMA, which is above the 200. If we go to the hourly, price is above the 21 EMA, which has just crossed above the 200. So we have a bullish cross on an hourly. If we go to a 4-hour, we have the same thing. Price is above the 21 EMA, which is above the 200. You get the point. We're going to go to the daily. Price is above the 21 EMA, which is above the 200. And if we go to the weekly, price is above the 21 EMA, which is above the 200. So very quickly, if you are trading a lower time frame like the M5, you can quickly look here. Okay, order flow on every other single time frame, price is above the 21 EMA, and that 21 EMA is above the 200. So the easier trade is going to be upside because all the time frames want to print upside right now. If these start trading into neutral territory, which is what we have on the M5 right now, because price is stuck between the 21 and the 200, then you can leave it alone and just know that the market might need to build out liquidity. And if we get an EMA cross on multiple timeframes, these will start to show bearish structure, which means you can think about easy multi-time frame sells to trade lower. So it just cleans up your decision process really quickly by having a look. So if you want to get this indicator completely for free, all you need to do is click the form down below and sign up. It's not going to cost you a thing. And do me a favor, help me to help you. Subscribe to the channel, share the channel, hit that like button, and leave me a comment down below of what you think. I'll see you back on live stream real soon.